What is going on, guys? It is time. It is 9:02. This is the Poke
Mm.
Time podcast where we serve you up a cup of the hottest takes on what's going on in the Pokemon community. What's going on, Yizzy? Well, we got Yizzy over here. I'm not Shivam. You guys
Oh yeah,
totally
I was
just
like,
missed it.
introduce yourself,
We
man.
we literally just went live, and I thought we were live for a second, but I had forgot to hit start stream on YouTube. So
Mm-hmm.
we just we completely embarrassed ourselves, but none of you guys were there to see it. But we're gonna go ahead and expose ourselves right off the bat. But how was your weekend, man?
Man, you just didn't want me to expose you. We were talking, and then I'm like, let me read some of the comments. I click on the thing, and didn't even click start, man. Did not click start. But no, it was good. It was good. I didn't have turkey because Asians aren't allowed to eat turkey. But I remember calling you and asking you if you had any turkey, and it's so funny every time because I forget you're vegan every time.
I'm
And then Shiv,
vegetarian.
yeah, Shiv always, oh yeah, vegetarian, and Shiv always goes like, Yizzy, I'm vegetarian, and like he says it with like he doesn't even yell at me. He's like just a point, like a disappointed voice, like I'm vegetarian.
Yeah, I mean, it happens a lot with some of my friends, like people that I just don't see too often. They just, it's just common for them to forget. So it's like, it's something that I just don't let it just doesn't get to me. It's just like, oh,
Yeah,
you just forgot. It's no biggie.
yeah,
But
no, I
I'm not
think so.
Shivam. We got Yizzy Pokemon this evening.
Yo,
Uh, you had a pretty good Thanksgiving, I have to say. I didn't really do much on Thanksgiving. I worked. I ran my
mm,
wholesale stuff on Thursday. Got
mm,
off. I streamed some Fortnite on Twitch. I just became Twitch
okay.
affiliate, which is pretty cool. I know you're
Hey,
streaming on Pokemon Unite, so you're doing pretty good on that. Um,
uh-huh.
I see like the disappointment in your eyes when something doesn't go the way you want on Pokemon Unite, so that's pretty cool. But after I got done streaming, I edited some clips the first time for the YouTube channel, so that should be out Thursday. So that's pretty
Okay,
cool. And
okay.
then myself and Yizzy, we actually had a bet last week.
Mm,
And just to talk about the bet, and we didn't really disclose this last week, but essentially the bet was, so you guys remember our
mm.
last bet where it was a working out bet where if Yizzy doesn't work out for, I don't know, what was it, 30 days straight or something like that, then he had to use a
Yeah, I
pickup
had
line.
food poisoning. Yeah,
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 he had
yeah.
food poisoning. You had to pick up a girl using a pickup line, and
Mm,
it was a girl of my choosing. But that hasn't happened yet, and so like Yizzy was feeling bold last week, and he was like, man, I'm gonna double down on a bet with Shiv because I always do everything like I always want to when it comes to bets. And he says, Shiv, I will I will literally finish up editing the podcast episode that we made in Houston for Collecticon because it's kind of overdue, but we kind of want it out as soon as possible.
mm,
And then Yizzy was like, but you also have to get clip ups done of whatever podcast that's relatively recent and have it up this week in the actual Dropbox or actually scheduled. I said, you know
mm.
what? Better yet, I'll have it scheduled. We'll be ready to rock and roll. So Friday comes by and I text Yizzy in the morning. I actually call Yizzy in the morning, and we were like, "Hey, can I?" Like I sent him my the thumbnail because I I can't really post the thumbnail via mobile. I can schedule stuff, but nothing else is gonna happen. So we talked about this a week before, and he says, Shivam, just send me the thumbnail beforehand, and I'll have it up. And I said, okay, bet. So that's what happened. That's what was agreed upon. Friday goes around, and I tell Yizzy, hey, I got
Why
two
is your
clip ups.
story so long, Shiv? Oh my gosh, get to the chase, bro.
They
Golly. I'm,
basically
I'm
Friday
over
comes
here
around.
advertising on Instagram while you tell this dumb story because I have a good rebuttal, man. You're about to lose this, okay? Just prepare.
You
Just
you
keep talking.
I might
Just
lose the
keep
rebuttal,
talking.
but you lost the
Keep,
bet, and you
keep
you
talking.
acknowledged it. So,
Keep talking.
anyways, the bet was if Yizzy didn't finish his clip ups or his editing, then he would have to not only talk to one girl now, it's to talk to use pickup lines on two girls now. Or if
You
it
know,
if it all worked out in his favor and I didn't do the clip ups, then the original bet is completely void. It's negated. But
mm.
if we both did everything as expected, then Yizzy would have still had to pick up one girl. So it was either like a win-win situation for me, and Yizzy's now gonna have to talk to two girls because he didn't do what was expected. And I had two clip ups ready to rock and roll on the G
All right, you
drive.
done? You
Yeah, I'm done.
done? Because the initial bet, as you can see, it has not been posted. Was Yizzy, I'm going to have one primed up, ready to post. It's going to be unlisted, and I'm gonna have another one ready, already uploaded on YouTube. Do y'all see any videos Friday? I don't. And this is Shiv's excuse. Well, it was on the G drive, so that counts. No, it does not count. What counts is your word, a man's word, your word that comes out of your mouth. Okay? Boom. Destroyed in like 10 seconds.
Yes, but
Oh.
it's also contingent
Mic
on
drop.
what happened. It's also contingent on what happened prior
I
in that week.
admit I didn't do my editing, but you didn't fulfill your full promise. Just because you started editing and you kind of finished it, but you didn't
I
upload
finished
it. You didn't upload it. You didn't go all the way based. In
Actually,
technicality, I think you both lost. Correct. We did both
actually,
lose.
actually,
I'll
I
take
did
my
upload
L.
it. Actually, I did upload it, but I canceled it because I was like, okay, this is gonna be unlisted, and I was afraid to
I
actually
did.
screw up. So I
I
actually had it up
did.
Friday, but I
No.
was like, wait,
No.
Yizzy doesn't have the
Oh, wait,
thumbnail
you failed
on
to
there.
tell me that. You tell me that on the call? Okay.
No, I'm being honest. I'm
I
not
know
gonna lie
you
to you.
did. I'm just saying you failed to say that on the call when we
I
were
think
going. We
I, I
bicker a
think
lot.
I think
Y'all
I
think
think
this is just podcast? No, this happens like when he calls me, and I'm like, I'm done with you, Shift, and then I hang up.
I'm sorry. Hey, whose fault is it that they sleep in till noon? This guy sleeps in till noon.
Shh, don't expose me. All right. But yeah.
Yeah, so after that, I got the clip ups done. I went to I was gonna go to the gym, but then I got a call from my friend from Houston. He lives in Houston, but I hadn't seen him since a year, since like last
Uh-huh.
Thanksgiving. And him and his wife and their son had came, and I went over to their house after they got done with their Thanksgiving supper. And
Oh.
then I hung out with them, hung out with their cousins and friends like that. And then I went to the gym, came back, and then I got the second clip up done. And that was pretty much it. That was my Thanksgiving, so it was pretty solid.
Oh. Okay, that's a good Thanksgiving. I just hung out with family, but I will say, you mentioned this actually in the first part, but I joined an MMA gym. I am officially
Oh, I did. I mentioned it in the
the
mess up
last one,
part.
yeah. So
Yeah,
asking,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
asking it. Okay, here you go. Go.
Yeah, yeah. So, fun fact, Yizzy is
Oh, yeah.
now MMA training.
I am. I am. I am. I'm just doing the soccer thing, and like I watch it kinda, and I've been always intrigued on learning a new skill. So I
Hmm.
joined a gym. They actually have like professionals there and UFC fighters, so I'm excited to learn from everyone.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I gotta defend you when you get your butt kicked in all these conventions.
Maybe.
No, I'm definitely like not. I wouldn't even consider myself like even an amateur. It was fun, like rolling, not rolling, but like they were teaching me locks, and I was like, holy crap, you can do that, super easy.
Now, serious
But
question: were you doing that with sweaty dudes?
yes, the coach was a man. Yes,
That worked out perfectly.
I'll show you
Um,
some moves, Jeff. By
I don't want to
Tampa. Well,
be.
I'm not going to Tampa.
Yeah,
But
Yizzy's copping out from
I
Tampa.
will have a white belt and maybe like 2 stripes. So I'm excited to get my first 2 stripes. I know that's about like my
Mm.
goal. Yeah.
It's not
So
bad. I mean, good for you. You're doing something different. You're
yeah.
branching out. You're exploring different things.
Mm,
We got a pretty solid podcast for this evening. So our first topic is the one that has probably the most interest in regards to it. It is NFTs versus physical collectibles, and are NFTs the future? And then after that topic, we're gonna be talking about modern cards and just how long and how viable are they long term. So
mm,
myself and Yizzy, when it comes to both topics, we're not gonna be super biased on any of those. When it comes to NFTs, I'm a peasant when it comes to the information that comes with it. So I myself, I'm still learning, even though I've been involved with the cryptocurrency space and I have a really, really decent sized position in cryptocurrency since early 2017. But I'm trying to learn more and more and keep an open mind for things because things can always change with the way and the rate at which
mm,
technology evolves and changes. And then with modern cards, it's one of those things where you and I have a lot of conversational talks about modern and just how viable it is, and we like to play that whole devil's advocate aspect to it. So we're gonna kick
mm.
it off. So on our actual thumbnail, we actually have the BAYC, the Board Apes Yacht Club. I think that's like one of the more that's one of those NFT projects that kind of stick out to me because I see more and more people that are involved with it. I know Post Malone is involved with it. He has a profile picture
Mm,
of BAYC. There's also them doing stuff with Adidas now, and this whole
mm.
conversation with the metaverse, like basically this digital plane, this digital universe, the digital world. Shout out to Digimon, where a lot of this stuff is existing on, and I'm thoroughly and definitely interested in what's going on. So, Yizzy, what are your, that an NFT is a non-fungible token. So for those guys who do not know what that is, we're going to start talking about fungible assets. So a fungible asset's basically a simple unit or simple asset that can be broken down. A good example is money. Money can be broken down to the very, very basic aspect. For example, the penny, then it moves up to the nickel and the dime, then the quarter, then a $half, then $1, $5, so on and so forth.
An
We can
easy
go on and on and
word
on.
that people have been interchanging with fungible is replaceable. So
Yeah,
just to
yeah,
simplify
yeah.
it down, dumb it down even more.
Yeah, and so then after that you have non-fungible assets. So non-fungible assets are like
Not
things that can't
replaceable.
be divided. So like for example, the Mona Lisa is a non-fungible asset. A home is a non-fungible asset. Things that you can't really break down to the simplest of forms. And then after that you have non-fungible tokens, which is something that is a piece of artwork that exists on a blockchain. Um, and they can't be really replicated. So the reason why we're having this discussion is because we get a lot of, I get a lot of comments from time to time saying that, hey, because of the innovation of NFTs, NFTs are going to replace physical assets as a whole. And, with that in mind, it's kind of hard for me to believe because of the fact that I personally believe that there has to be some real tie, like some physical tie to something. Um, Although I do have a decent position in cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency isn't really backed by something. Bitcoin itself is not really backed by anything physical. It's backed by the blockchain. So, I'm not counting out NFTs. I'm just asking about the utility and I'm still trying to learn about it. So like what are things that you've come across your findings? Because I know you've been doing a little bit of research here and there and I have my own notes written down. I know Pokey Hustle's in the chat. He asked if we own any actual NFTs. And the answer is no. Like I said, I'm a peasant. I'm still learning. I know Collecticon gave us a little card to redeem that was from New Street. It was it is a NFT. I know when we went to Vegas, we were given the same kind of card too by the same company, New Street, and that is NFT. But we never redeemed it. Well, I don't know if you redeemed it, but I definitely haven't. Um,
I have not. I have not
yeah,
touched it.
I haven't done it. I haven't touched it. It's sitting in my wallet right now. Like I haven't done anything with it. Um, and it's something that I just kind of want to understand. I want to have this sort of roundtable discussion because we're seeing a lot of projects out there, a lot of which aren't, or I would like to say vaporware. So back in 2016, 2017, I know we kind of touched on this a little bit more. Back in the day, there were these things called ICOs or initial coin offerings, and that's where a lot of scams and exit scams took place. A lot of fraud took place with those ICOs, and today it's like that today with NFTs. It's like the wild wild west because all those things that could happen with ICOs back in the day are now things that are happening with NFTs. It's just something that's completely different. And so there's a lot of great projects out there. So like some of the ones that I find notable is NBA Top Shots. So NBA Top Shots is showing like a specific clip from a specific play that NBA specifically owns. And
Hmm.
the reason why I think that was pretty interesting is because it's not necessarily tied to something physical, but it's tied to a physical memory, so to speak, right? Like, let's say you're a
Right.
kid and you're watching an NBA game with LeBron playing and you see LeBron do a dunk, then that memory might be super important to you as well as millions and millions of people. So,
Mm.
that could be something worth buying, having, and collecting. And another good one is probably Disney with Vive. So I guess
Mm.
Vive is the company, and they released a bunch of Disney worked with them in conjunction with Vive, and there was a Mickey Mouse wizard hat. There was a Iron Man. I thought that was pretty unique. And those were just some of the more notable things that I wrote down. There was also like some soccer cards too, and I thought that
Mm.
was pretty sweet. So I think there is some um there is a level of utility there. I just think for me as a investor, quote unquote, um, I think it's still too early. But what are your thoughts?
When I was looking into it, like I said, like I don't really like to speak upon like something I'm not well versed in, and
Yeah,
I would have to do a bunch of research. But like my thoughts on it is wasn't necessarily like can it replace like collectibles? My thoughts are on like how much of the culture aspect of it, like what part of it attracts people. Also, what ratio are people that are just trying to like pump and dump, or what are the people that actually enjoy what an NFT like signifies. So
mm,
like it's all a part of this culture of like, hey, this is an art set. Like I love digital art. Like I can like the more interviews I watch that people talk about this, is like
mm,
people really do enjoy it. People do want to like trade these art styles and like have that type of camaraderie when it comes to it. Like they draw it themselves and then they trade it. It doesn't have to be millions and millions of dollars, but then you have like that corrupted side where people are just in it for the money. And it's just,
mm,
I don't know. I'm more interested on like how that the culture of actual NFT, not just for the money and not just for the pump and dump, and not
mm.
something that's gonna they replace someone's house or somebody's gonna give their house for, something that's
Yeah,
almost worth a house, right? Didn't you mention some of these NFTs are going for
yeah,
millions and
yeah.
millions?
And that's something that I do want to talk on because like we have Pokemon cards today that are worth houses, like actual houses. Like I come from an area where the standards of living is super low. The median salary where I live in the city is $23,000 a year, and then the county salary is $42,000 a year. So like a lot of Pokemon cards exist well into the 5 to 6 figure range where they're literally worth houses. And
Mm,
so like my thing is like I'm not trying to be dismissive, but like when I see like certain projects of like an NFT house, so to speak, because I've seen some stuff like with Decentraland, and I don't know too much about it. So like if someone in here can correct me if I'm completely wrong, please
mm,
please let me know. But like one thing that I like that piqued my interest was that you had people spending thousands upon thousands of dollars to
mm,
to buy a house in that specific NFT, but you can't really enjoy all the aspects that a real home has to actually offer. And then two is that there are no real resources that are being applied to that, NFT based house. And so like where's that actual value there? And that's something that I'm still trying to learn. I know myself and Yizzy, we wanted to talk on this topic because as we talk about it, we want to learn more about it because I think it's something that is going to be discussed for more and more and more. It's going to be discussed more and more and more as time progresses. And there's a lot of people in the collectible space, in the Pokemon space, that is invested into NFTs, and we're definitely interested to see how that goes because like often at times like whether it's TikTok, mostly on TikTok, I get comments saying that NFTs are going to replace physical cards, and that's very hard for me to see because it's like I'm tied to a card, like and I don't know if that's like the boomer in me, like because like every new generation has something that they find that's super cool.
right.
Um, and I find that it's really cool. Like I like looking at Pokemon cards and it brings back a memory, right? There's like it's a physical item that brings back that memory. And
Mm,
but who's to say digital assets can't do the same either? Because like you have kids today, like in the time of COVID, right? You had like these different events that happen in Roblox and Fortnite where it's like, hey, I want to have my birthday party on Roblox, and the parents will set that up in the time of COVID where social distancing is important. They would have that, or like I know people in the Pokemon community who love Animal Crossing who would literally get together in Animal Crossing for their birthdays, which I thought was interesting. So like things that are already happening in video games, who's to say that's not going to happen with the metaverse or I think like these are the initial stages of the metaverse, and I think that's still really interesting. I think a lot of projects are going to fail, but I think that there's things that I can definitely see progressing. I would like for me to like
what
actually
part of
invest in
like
this.
human like wants that? Is it for clout? Is it for like bragging rights towards a certain thing? Like, hey, I have this one-on-one. Like, what part of people's brains or what part of people tell someone, "Ooh, that's what I want. That's what I want to get." And then once they have it, like, what do they do with it? You know?
Well, you can apply. Well, ask that with Pokemon cards, right? Like, let's say I buy a first edition Shadowless Charizard card. Cool, I have it. What is it supposed to do? What is it gonna do?
No, I mean, like, let's use the rock for example. That Logan Paul bought for like 60K.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
he just, I got a rock.
yeah,
Is that it? You post a tweet about it. Say I got a rock. It's great. I got a rock.
yeah. I mean,
Number
like, there's gonna be
63
projects like
rock.
that. But
Huh?
like, there's also like a project that
Like
he's.
that's why I say like for real like as far as digital art, the application that I'm speaking of is like maybe supporting an artist,
Yeah,
right?
like a
Saying like,
music
hey, like
artist.
I love your art. You know, this is because my buddy actually creates NFTs, and he like he's creating it, and he's like, you know, I just use it for like if people want to support art, because she does like calligraphy type stuff, and
Hmm.
everything she did is like hand done and then digitized by her friend. So I thought that was cool. Like, you know, I'll buy some just to support the person.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like
I
in
think that's
terms of
pretty
like
cool.
bragging rights, I don't know, man. Like I just don't understand the culture. That's why I'm asking you.
So Andy said NFT is a token type that can contain and do many things. It's not just digital art. Digital art's the dumbest application possible for what the token type is capable of. So like I think the reason why we're talking about digital art, because I think that's the most prominent things that we're actually seeing, but there's definitely utility behind it. I think like that's something that is going to definitely grow as brands start
So is he talking
thinking.
about like what we had with Collecticon, where like, okay, if you have this token, this allows you access towards future endeavors of what they might, because
Probably.
that's what was proposed. Like people that got that original NFT for Collecticon, it
Mhm.
actually gives us perks towards like future events.
Yeah, I mean,
If you
I don't know too much about it. I just know that like right now Collecticon's trying to do something with this thing called, I think it's called Pokeballs. I've seen it on being promoted by Ryan Rush, DFW, and other people that are talking about it for Collecticon. I know Collecticon's talked about it a little bit more. If you own it, uh, then it allows you to essentially talk more. It allows you to get into events in the future, and that's something that I would love to see as far as real world applications for NFTs. And there's a lot of noteworthy projects that are probably doing that already. And like I said, it's one of those things where we're still learning, and I think as this area, this space of digital collecting grows and grows and grows, myself and Yizzy, we want to be on top of that a little bit more. Um, and that's pretty much it. What else do you have to say?
I mean, yeah, I'm just a pea in a pod. Like I know you did a tons and tons of research. I'm just here to ask questions, to be honest, because I don't like talking about stuff I don't really have a stake in, especially. But it's interesting. It's very like I want to know about it. It seems like there's a lot of like he was saying. No, it's not just there's a lot of applications, and people can get creative with it. Like I feel like I just see like a bunch of things that they can do with it. You know, he just mentioned 3 or 4 things: art, token, data, liquidity, files, ECT. That makes a good point. You can get creative with all these NFTs.
Right. So Poke also actually asked a pretty decent question over here. Why say you don't want to be an early investor? Because you've been involved since 2017, you should know the benefits of early investing. So yes, there is always a good aspect of being an early adopter or a like a first market adopter when it comes to newer markets that are relatively new and they're emerging relatively fast. For me, it's because I actually sat down and read a lot of white papers back when I was in high school during my 5th year of high school. I read a lot of white papers on different cryptocurrency projects, and I genuinely believed that there was so much utility behind Bitcoin, and I still do to this day. And the reason why is because fiat currency that has no real backing besides the Fed saying that this is worth this is why I personally believe that I needed to invest into Bitcoin specifically. The Fed is constantly printing money, and just like Pokemon, if you have a modern set that's being printed to oblivion, what's the real purpose of holding on to it? So it's one of those things. That's why I got into it. NFTs, I think the reason why I just haven't dove into NFTs is because like I just saw so much stuff with digital art and it just didn't, there was no connection there. And it was just one of those things. Like I could have definitely invested into Bitcoin back in 2013 when my roommate, my best friend's roommate talked about it, and I laughed at him because he was talking about Bitcoin. I was like, what are you talking about? It's imaginary money. Like, why would anyone invest into something that you can't really hold or use? And then when I heard about it again in 2017, early 2017, I got into it and I just dove deep with it. Um,
Mm.
and that's just me though, because like I understand there's a flaw in our monetary system, um, but I definitely see a potential need for NFTs. I definitely see real world application. It's just I would like to see more for me to like actually invest into something right off the bat. Like versus like it's good to invest. Like I know like a lot of people who invested into Bored Ape Yacht Club. They didn't know that, eventually Bored Ape Yacht Club was going to, eventually do something with Adidas. That's pretty cool. But I don't
Yeah.
want to invest into something when I don't see something right off the bat. Like I don't want to, I don't want something to be a work in progress entirely when I don't know. It's really tough for me to like, kind of put out there as far as that goes. Um, but there's other stuff that I also wrote in my notes that I probably talked about. So we obviously know that NFTs are high in demand. Um, is the demand because people really want these different kind of NFTs, like they genuinely love these NFT projects, or and once this hype is gone, what happens to all these NFTs when the prices crash? And if they do crash, it goes back to Pokey Hustle's question. Um, if it crashes, there's going to be a bloodbath, and at that time, if there's actual utility there, or if I see some promise within a certain project, then that's when I would like to invest. I don't want to invest into something when the hype is already there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point.
And then, jokingly, I said, besides making a profile picture, what else can you like? Besides making your NFT your profile picture, what can you do with it? Because like I see Logan Paul do it, or I see like a lot of these celebrities do it. Like, what else can you do with it? But that's just a joke that I wrote. Yeah, I think I covered all my talking points as far as it goes. What do you have any final thoughts on anything that you need to say as far as that goes?
Nothing you can't read already. Like, nothing you can't read already when like is it hype? Like, is it going to be a bubble? And it's just like it's all speculation. It just feels like people are just getting into something that is nice and shiny right now. But who knows? I don't know. Tap Lag said bear market 9% if NFTs go bye bye.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, I can say this without a doubt. Like back in 2017, if you went back on CoinMarketCap, literally, if you look at the top 25 most highest market cap based coins or cryptocurrencies or tokens at that time, I'd say majority of them are no longer there. In terms of that ranking, it either just stopped existing or it just fallen way below in the rankings as far as the market cap goes, as far as cryptocurrency goes. So it's definitely something that I might invest into in the future, but I think
Mm.
as of right now, I'm just not yet. And I might miss out on something. I might miss out on a unicorn. I might miss out on something fantastic. But I like taking a certain level of risk, but not so much risk, if that makes sense. Um,
Mm.
but I'll definitely do my homework on it more often.
Yeah. I got nothing. My eyes are open, my ears are pinned out. I'm listening. I'll do some research now, but as far as now, yeah, I don't I personally don't like talk about stuff I don't really know. That's why I'm not really
All right.
touching
Yes or
bases
no
on anything.
question. Do you think NFTs will replace physical collectibles?
And I mean, I think they could go side by side, no?
Yeah, I think you can have I think you have both. I don't think you can have one without I don't think you can have one or the other. I think you can have both.
I like the applications part. TapLab definitely hit it right
Yeah.
there. Like the applications part is like, hey, there's future future opportunities when you buy into a certain NFT because once it's there, it's gone, you right? So
Yeah.
there's only
Absolutely.
one.
So moving on to our next topic for the evening, we wanted to talk about modern. I know Yizzy and I, we were having this full-blown discussion last week, and it was something that we
Ooh.
we wanted to talk about. So did you want to go ahead and lead the way on this one?
Modern, yeah. Let me get some notes. But first of all, you should plug in the good stuff.
Oh. So the good stuff is we're going to talk about NAMI. NAMI is a charity. It is the National Alliance on Mental Illness. Myself and Yizzy were asked by Leonhardt to try to raise as much money as possible for a good cause.
Mm.
A lot of us battle mental issues to some level, to some capacity. I don't think I know anyone that isn't going through some sort of like unseen demon, like sometimes it
Yeah.
could be anxiety, sometimes it could be depression, sometimes it could be stress. Like I have really,
Mm.
really bad anxiety issues. Often at times I'm really high strung. So like that's something
Mm.
that I go through. But everyone has their own mental demons, and I think, mental health should be taken seriously.
Yeah.
Towards the end of December 28th, I think that's what Yizzy had it lined up for.
Mm-hmm,
Let
mm-hmm.
me go ahead and showcase this on the actual OBS thing. I think it's scene 3.
Boom. Bada bing, bada boom.
We have this right
WWE.
here, and charity event is December 28th. Ken
Mm.
Lee has given us about $3,000 worth of Pokemon product, and we're giving it all away.
Mm.
And then switch it back to the scene over here.
Do you have the thing pinned or?
Well, I just showcased it on the what's it called? On the actual scene, so I showcased it. I haven't put it on the pin yet. So if you
Okay.
want to bring up that
I'll
link,
post
go
it
ahead and
right
put it
after
on
this.
there.
I'm gonna make
Okay.
a post after this. Yeah, yeah. On
Okay.
IG.
Awesome. So we're doing that. We're trying to hit our goal at 5,000. The last I checked, we were at 875. And we're gonna, we're gonna hit that goal. I think we're
Yeah.
gonna work hard to do it. I know that this Friday, I'm doing a MetaZoo based sale on
Mm.
Whatnot. So I'm literally breaking 8 spell books. All the
Yeah.
contents in it, the coins, everything, it's all going out. Everything's being started off at a dollar auction, so it'll all be sold for
Mm.
charity. And then we have 2 giveaway boxes from our sponsor. So our sponsor basically, Prodigy Games at that time, Julie specifically, she gave us 10 boxes, and we're basically told to try and sell those products for charity, and then and just give away 2 boxes to help grow their social media
Gotcha.
profile. So
Gotcha.
that's what we're gonna
I
do. I
mean,
think it's all for a good
yeah.
cause.
Yeah.
So
I mean, like,
cool for
I mean, I'll share something like really quick, just
yeah.
cause
Go ahead.
like, especially with mental illness, like we all go through. I can share something like really small. Like, I don't think I go through like as large of hurdles as some people, but I definitely had my own share. Like something happened. Like I usually go through like 2 or 3 episodes like a year, and then one of them was really at Save the World, and only Shiv actually knows. I haven't told any of my even my closest friends,
Hmm.
but like literally the last day or two. I wasn't feeling well, and yeah, when everybody was going out and eating and stuff like that, I think Travis going twice even hit me up, and Bonnie too. They're like, "Hey, where you at? You want to come watch the game or stuff?" And I just didn't want to, man. Like I couldn't. I got out of bed and I just didn't want to be with anyone. Like I just felt, I don't know. It just felt something didn't right. Something wasn't right, and I didn't like literally didn't want to talk to anybody. I walked around the strip by myself, like. I wouldn't say it wasn't like I wasn't like feeling suicidal, but I was just really depressed. And then Shiv, he calls me like 5 times a day. So like I was like, okay, let me pick up. And then like Shiv knew something was wrong when he called me. He's like, Yizzy, you sound like weird. I'm like, and then at the end I was like, man, I just need to share this with someone right now. And then I won't
Hmm.
get into details, but yeah, I shared like some things with Shiv. I just wasn't mentally right and I couldn't like necessarily figure it out. So like, it's something that happens to me like 2 or 3 times a year. So
Yeah, and I
I
think I think
definitely
all of us kind of go through that. Some people go through it every single day, and I mean, there's I feel so much empathy, uh, for those people.
Yeah, and it
And
was
I mean,
weird.
like
It was
was
weird timing because it was like at Save the World, with all my friends hanging out right now, going to eat and all this stuff, and I'm like, man, like I was just hanging out with them 2 days ago, and I just can't bring myself to go hang out with like like awesome people that like collect cards, and I was just, yeah.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I spent a whole day by myself just walking around like a dum dum, and Shiv calling me 20 million times till I was like, okay, what do you want, Shiv?
No,
And
I,
then
I
yeah,
I have a problem.
but I appreciate you, man. Like
I appreciate it,
even
buddy. I
though you
appreciate
called
you.
me.
Yeah, I mean, it
Anyways, back to good stuff,
yeah.
not depressed.
I mean, I mean, even though it's kind of, I wouldn't even call it a downer. I think these are like necessary conversations to have, because I mean, it's not good to not talk about it. It's not good to keep it in. Um, but everyone who's in the chat right now, we all appreciate you. We all appreciate the support. Every
Mm.
day doesn't go unnoticed. So thank you guys for being here every single week, and we owe it to you guys. We also owe it to our sponsors, TCG
Oh,
Stadium and the Pokemon Network. TCG Stadium is a online card shop based in Nashville.
This?
We love working with good people. I think we're the type of people that we want to be able to show value before we get any value in return. Often at
Mm,
times it means that it's at our own expense. So that's the type of work that we do with a lot of these shops. Just showcase them, help promote them, and do what we need to do. Then we have
hey,
the Pokemon Network, Ken Lee. You all know him. You ever see a dude on Instagram with a Charizard onesie, uh, kind of short? Yeah, that's him. Ken Lee is your one-stop shop of being able to buy the most affordable slabs or product all the way to the most high-end and most expensive product. The dude has it all, and if he doesn't have it all, he's more than inclined to know who has what you're looking for. So
bro, he
definitely
has
go
it
give
all,
him a
man.
follow. Uh, Yizzy, you want to know you want to know something? I might call you 5 times a day, but Ken Lee calls me more than that.
You
More
told
than
me
that.
this already. No, no, no. I
More than
remember
that.
Ken Lee can like find anything. When I was on a phone call with him one time, he was like, "Hey, I have 20 Japanese booster boxes," and he was making a deal on it, and then like they couldn't reach it. But like just knowing someone that has 20 Japanese booster boxes, I'm like, what the heck? It's pretty crazy.
Man's hustling. Man's hustling.
Yeah.
So yeah, go ahead
All
and
right.
lead us into the main topic of discussion. I
So I
know people were here for the NFT talk, but I think this topic was pretty spicy when we were actually having our phone call.
Yeah, it's like spicy. It's discussable, but it's like me and Shiv were talking about like what modern cards will outshine in the future.
Hmm.
Cause like when we think about modern cards right now, some of the cards like from Evolving Skies or Fusion Strike, some of these cards hit like $120, $130, like full art and
Hmm.
alt art, which that's almost the price you can buy a near mint from something from like Diamond and Pearl, like something that was like 10 plus, 15 plus years back, right? You're
Yeah.
just like, how is that possible, you know? And so like when we started thinking about that, I was like, Shiv, like what cards right now, what modern cards will outshine in the future? Like how well will these modern cards age? And like which set will actually do that? And Shiv, you gave me like a pretty good list. I disagree with like one of the sets, and I definitely agree with one set, disagree with another, and the third one was kind of like, I don't know. So
I said three, but then I told you the fourth one a day or two after. But I kind of want to preface this by saying that we say this like things that will stand the test of time. Often at times, things will get swept underneath the rug behind pretty hype sets. Like a good example that comes to mind to me is Unified
mm,
Minds. When Hidden Fates first came out, Unified Minds just got swept underneath the rug because the release of Unified. I think Unified Minds was like was it 1 or 2 weeks after Hidden Fates?
mm.
I think that's
One, no, yeah, it's right after Hidden Fates.
or was
Like
it
it
before?
was like almost simultaneously.
Yeah, yeah. It was almost immediate. And so like Unified I think it was Unbroken Bonds, then Unified Minds. Unified Minds got swept underneath the rug by Hidden Fates. And then Hidden Fates just exploded into popularity as to what it is today. And so like for me, um, you know, I told you this as well. I said like do I personally believe that the current modern sets that have been released this year and last year have no merit or no value simply because of the fact that I haven't involved myself in any capacity by opening it or actually seeing it besides the digital scans, and that could very much be the case.
Mm,
But the 4 sets that I told Yizzy, the first 3, after revisiting all the sets from Sun and Moon and up, X and Y and up, for me, in order, the first 3 that I told him was XY Evolutions, Burning Shadows, and Hidden Fates. And then I came back to him and told him Team Up was a great set. And
mm.
the reason why I want to break this down into 2 different things, right?
Do you know which
Um,
one I agree or don't agree with you on?
I think you agree with Hidden Fates,
Okay.
and I think you disagree with me on XY Evolutions.
Okay, cool. Just want to get that out. I just wondering.
Okay, so now the reason why I say XY Evolutions is because to this day, XY Evolutions is the most sold set of all time. It is the most printed set of all time. It is the most in-demand set of all time. But also, it's because of the fact that the holographic Charizard itself was very difficult to grade. You're talking about a 3% chance of getting a PSA 10. It's a
Yeah.
tough card,
Yeah.
and that's why I attribute cards that are going to stand the test of time. And the reason why I say that is because collectors are always going to go after those sets because of the fact that there's that possibility of being able to, um, get that card, get a PSA 10. The population's not going to grow as much, and then after that, that the same sort of
XY Evolution's
characteristics.
really marketable too. Well, like with that Zard, it's like when people talk about XY Evolution, they think about base set, but nobody like majority of collectors, or I don't know about majority, a lot of collectors, can't like just buy a base set pack when they're like,
Hmm.
huh, XY Evolution, that Charizard's pretty nice too. Like the nostalgia you pull from that Charizard of XY Evolution, you almost kind of equate to like pulling it from base set, you know?
Right, and I think a lot of people when they first come back into the hobby, that's the first step they kind of gravitate to because it's like, oh, this is just like base set. This is something that I can understand, you know? Like when you're coming in, you might
Yeah.
not know too much about like all the new rarities and all the different stuff that has come out since then, but like when you come back to XY Evolutions, you come back to something that's very, very similar, very nostalgic, and you kind of get the hang of things relatively fast. And so
Mm.
like based on the difficulty to grade, I kind of carry that over to Burning Shadows. And the reason why is because that that Charizard GX, that Rainbow Rare that Rainbow Rare Charizard GX is a very, very difficult card to grade. We all know the print quality was horrible. Although the
Mm.
pop is a lot higher in PSA 10s in
Mm.
comparison to the XY Evolutions Charizard card, it's
Mm.
so difficult to pull. And
I
then
have a question. When we're talking about sets, are you necessarily like certain cards, or are you talking about like Burning Shadows as a whole, like the packs itself, or like the booster box?
I'm talking about two cards from the set. I'm talking about when we talk about things that will stand, sets that will stand the test of time. I'm talking about what's gonna cause collectors to gravitate back to that set, right? What's gonna
So like the
cause?
main reason I disagree is Burning Shadows, only because there's literally only one, maybe two cards that people want. One
Mhm,
card is Charizard. Like,
mhm.
let's be honest. So like that set is not necessarily fun to open. The fact that I've opened like 200 plus packs and probably ripped and broke like a couple more boxes for my channel is like it just wasn't fun. Like when people got a Tapu Fini, or yeah, a Tapu Fini, they were like, eh. Or they got a Marsh Stomp, they're like, eh. You know, the Charizard. So like
You mean
the
Marshadow?
only point of that card, the only reason people would want to chase that set is that card. So they would probably just go straight to the source and buy that card.
Maybe.
With Hidden Fates, the reason I agree with you, Hidden Fates, is because that thing is so much fun to open. Like I think I've opened a 10 the other day, and I had as much enjoyment as I did when I first opened it. Like if I spread it out, it's just super fun, man. Especially when you have the shiny vault set, when you have two opportunities to pull two different cards. You pull that bird card, that full art bird, when it actually not the rainbow. Oh my gosh, the rainbow. Dude, don't get me started on the rainbow and like actual colors on cards. But like that rainbow is just beautiful, man. I don't care like if it's like $1. I don't care if it's like $20. It's a beautiful card. So like not only can I hit that card, I can also hit like a shiny card. And you got the
Right.
Charmander. Man, those are just
No.
beautiful.
So
All
like
the evolutions. Oh man.
so the reason why I said XY Evolutions of Burning Shadows is because I'm sort of basing it on current behavior right now. I'm seeing a
Mm,
lot of people go back and revert to, let's say, Diamond and Pearl and Heart Gold Soul Silver, and the reason why is because populations are relatively low, and that it's also in part of it's partially due to the fact that it's tough to grade some of these cards. So like
mm,
when I look at high-end collectors or collectors for the most part that I want to jump into
mm,
an opportunity to be able to open up a set where it's probably going to be a little bit easier to acquire the card versus actually buying the card because we don't
mm,
know what's going to happen to the price of these cards. We don't know what the price of a PSA 10 Burning Shadows Charizard GX is going to go for in the future. We don't know what the
mm,
price of XY Hollow Charizard PSA 10s are going to go for.
mm.
For the most part, maybe collectors are going to have diamond hands and just not even sell to begin with. So like that's why I say that. That's why I say like people are going to revert back to that set just to chase that one card because it's like, wow, that is a tough card to grade. Um,
Yeah.
and when we go to
I
Hidden
like how our
Fates,
perspectives are different. Like you go
yeah,
straight to like grading, you go straight to quality, you go straight to
yeah,
population, and I'm like, this card is beautiful. Like I want this card for its card, or like mine is like demand, like
yeah,
how
yeah,
much I actually want to chase, or the chase itself. So
yeah.
like,
The aspect
do
of
you think
fun,
that like do those two things have correlations? Like
yeah, of
my
course.
demand for like how beautiful it is, not necessarily like wanting to grade it. I mean, of course, I want a minty card. Don't get me wrong, I want a
Yeah,
minty card,
I
but
think
like.
I think and that's why I offsetted those two sets with Hidden Fates, right? Because you have you have the shiny vault that spans across multiple generations of Pokemon, where collectors can just enjoy shiny Pokemon from different generations. I think more collectors and more hobbyists had more fun with Hidden Fates than they did with Shiny Fates, because you just have, one region and then you have Charizard and Shining Fates.
On a
Whereas
side note, did you line up your beard for this podcast? I'm just
I
wondering.
dude,
Dang,
every
dude.
Tuesday I
Okay.
line it up. Every Tuesday I
Okay,
line it
okay.
up.
With
Cause
that
like
hair looking kind of goofy though. All right, keep going.
cause I got out of the shower. I get my haircut next week.
Okay. All right, keep going. Sorry.
But like, and then the fourth one is similar to Hidden Fates, and I said tag team, and
Yeah.
it's not only exclusive to tag team, but the reason why I say tag team is because team up. Sorry, team up. The reason why I said team up is because you have so many beautiful tag team cards. Like, yes, that was kind of
Bruh.
a gimmick to play, but like you in team up, you have the Latios alternate art. You have the Pikachu Zekrom in any variation whatsoever. Those cards are beautiful. I might be a big Charizard fanboy, but that Celebi and Venusaur alternate art is just gorgeous. I think that's illustrated Mitsuhiro Arita. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know, man. Like, that card is just stunning. And so, like, that carries over to, like, the Tag Team All-Stars Japanese cards that came out, the gold ones.
Ooh.
Not necessarily
Yeah.
the ones that coming out that are in the English promos, because, like, promos are quote-unquote accessible. But like the ones that you pull out of Tag Team GX, that's super awesome, because I remember buying the card, grading as a PSA 10. Those are fire. Other like tag team cards
But
are
promos
super
are a
cool.
little different, man. Just because you can't be packed fresh with promos. You gotta fight against the prongs. You gotta fight against like not necessarily just the prongs, but the person who put that card in the thing. Because like sometimes like there's no prongs. There's that little like safe thing where you just pop out, and I'm like, how can you still damage this card? How can you damage this card when it's like made to not get damaged? And then in the cut quality, man, those are actually, and then not to mention you got to spend like the Charizard box, you got to spend like $60-$70 to hope to get it not damaged, because you're not going to open a box and see the cut quality. You can maybe like peek at the centering, but quality wise, no. So I feel like it has its own like difficulties and hurdles when it comes to grading.
But
Gengar and Mimikyu, that's a good one.
that is true. But I will say this though, being able to buy a PSA 10 English tag team Charizard, like a Rush Charizard, I feel like it would be relatively easier versus just having to hunt down the product. Like, you're spending more money trying to find the box and gas, and trying to find and just trying to grade the card when you could just buy the PSA 10 outright.
Speaking of gas, you know how much gas is right now for NFT? I'm just kidding. Just kidding. All right.
This guy.
No, yeah, dude. That box, how much is that box right now? I mean, I'll look it up real quick while you like speak to the people, you know what I'm saying?
No, and so like that like it comes at, like, for me, I think sets where you have cards that are difficult to acquire PSA 10s, where the card itself is high in demand, and then you have sets that are just straight up fun. Like, fun with good pulls, good cards, good card selection, just like Team Up or Hidden Fates. You're always going to have
200.
collectors that are going to be nostalgic over. Like,
Mm.
like when I was opening up Hidden Fates, I had the most fun. I had the most fun.
Yeah.
Like, I can't lie. Like, someone's like myself, I can't lie. Like, it's a set that I had so much fun with. And that's the case for majority of collectors out there. It was a set.
Yeah.
It was a set. It was a fun set. Everyone had fun with it. Even if you got let's say like a shiny Wooper, I was pumped. I was super pumped. Or shiny Quagsire. It's not like the best of pulls as far as
Let
the
me
shiny
tell
pull
you
goes.
what. I pulled so many Charmanders, it's crazy. You won't imagine. I have like at least a page full of Charm. I haven't pulled what's that? Is it not Garbodor? What's the other Pokemon? It's like black. That doesn't help at all. But anyways, I haven't pulled any of that, but I've pulled like 12 Charmanders. It's absolutely ridiculous.
And for those guys who don't know, Yizzy has bought an exuberant amount of Hidden Fates and opened up an exuberant amount of Hidden Fates. It's so unhealthy for how much he's bought and opened.
Yeah,
because that's a set that he went hard in.
Super hard.
Just to chase that shiny Charizard GX, and I traded for it. Like, I traded it. Actually, when I got my Charizard GX, you want to know what I traded for? I traded my unlimited Team Rocket pack and a unlimited base set pack
for a Charizard.
Shiny Charizard GX, yes.
And you graded it yourself, right?
Yep, and it came back as a PSA 10.
Yeah. Yeah, Hidden Fate's going to stand the test of time. It's really low. It's really cheap to get Hidden Fates right now too.
Yeah,
Like the
and the
Gus
thing,
Lord, there it is. Gus Lord. I
uh,
have never pulled a Gus Lord. That thing is so hard to pull. But Charmander, bro, literally every 10 I've opened, the past 4 10s I've opened, right? Back to back Charmanders, every 10.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then I bought a pack on Whatnot, a Hidden Fates pack from some random seller, Charmander. Bruh.
No,
It's a
I,
nice
I
card though.
I was
I
able to
take it.
pull all the big pulls except Charizard GX. So I was able to pull the full art Mewtwo. I was able to pull Cynthia myself. What was another big card? I know for some people Greninja was hard to pull, but I pulled that
The
very early on.
evolutions.
Yeah, I got actually I didn't get the Umbreon or the Espeon. Like those are two cards that I did want to have because like that was the first that was the
I got a
first
10, bro. Pulled
that
it
was the
myself.
second time that you had a shiny Umbreon and a shiny Espeon ever since the Pop Series 5 packs for
Yeah.
the Umbreon and Espeon, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty sweet. So like that, that
Yeah.
that was a conversation that we were gonna have, but I know that the reason why this conversation got spicy is because like where is the value coming from? Is it okay to have these cards worth $100 or so when you have modern like vintage cards, like let's say unlimited base set that are selling for less than that? Like, why is that the case?
Huh? Say that one more time. I was replying to people, man. I gotta talk to the
This
chat too,
this
you know?
guy this guy zoned out. The last time he zoned
Bro, I
out
have
was
selective hearing.
you
I
do.
have to
I
have.
told you this. I told you this. And you did this last week with Pokey Chloe. Bro, you're getting old, man. You know
No,
what I'm
no,
getting
no.
you for Christmas? I'm getting you a hearing aid, bro.
I can hear fine. I'm just like,
I
Shiv
don't
is
think so.
talking. I'm not gonna pay attention. Let me finish his typing and I'll ask him. Cosmic
Yeah,
Eclipse? Cosmic Eclipse is okay.
it's
It's
okay, but
good.
I think the issue with Cosmic Eclipse
I
is
would
just
put it
it's
like in the
so
top
big.
10. Top 10.
The set's just so big, man. I got tired of seeing that set, honestly.
I don't know. The character cards are beautiful. I
Oh,
don't
the
know. We're
character
doing
cards are
top.
beautiful.
It has to be Hidden Fates. Burning Shadows, I don't know what the heck you're thinking about.
Shiny
XY
Charizard. I
Evolution,
mean,
100%. And then what was your third one? Oh, Team Up. I
team
can see
up, but
Team Up.
like for the most part, tag team cards.
You know what's an unpopular opinion?
What?
Shining Fates.
Why?
I don't know. I just people. Some people say Shining Fates for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why. I
It's
can
just
kind of see
one
it, but not
region.
really. Huh?
Like the reason why I like Hidden Fate so much is not because like even though I like
You know,
Kanto, I like
I don't
Johto.
agree because they lack so much full art. Yeah, let's not even talk about it. They lack so much full art, and that category alone is just like so depressing.
Are you talking about Shining Fates?
Um, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, super depressing.
yeah.
What about what do you think about Champions Path? I mean, like honestly, we're just BSing at this point. I'm just like throwing
No,
stuff out.
no, no, no.
It has
That's a
two
hard no.
Charizards,
I don't
three,
care. I don't care.
three.
So holiday sets as a whole,
I
it's a
agree.
lot easier to pull the chase cards in holiday sets or celebratory sets
And
because it's
when we
not an
talk about
expansion
test of
set.
time, it's fun pulling. Like a part of me that makes this list, this
Dude,
category is
people
like how
hated it.
fun it is to open.
People hated it. You're like
I don't
there's
care.
only
Like,
two good cards, and
yeah, I
both
know,
the
but
cards are easy to grade.
yeah, but it's like I said, Shiv, it's how fun. Like my main priority is like how fun it is to pull.
Dude,
And
I
so
got
when I
tired
open
of it.
stuff like any other set, it's not fun. Hidden Fates, whew, super fun.
I got tired of it.
XY Evolution, oof, that set is fun to open. Like when I can sit down and have a break with my community and open like 200 packs and pull like 4 Charizards, done. And the reverse hollow, done.
Okay, but like back to the original point though, where where we were having a heated discussion last week about this. It was about where is like the actual value behind modern coming from? Is it because of the fact that you have a lot of these companies like PSA and Beckett where they're so backed up to where like their normal base submissions aren't happening, so commerce isn't moving as fast as possible, so people want to retain that value
Mm.
into modern cards because they've opened up so much product so that they're not willing to sell it for anything less? Is it coming from the sheer aspect of the difficulty to pull these cards? Like what is that like? Because like we know that these
This is
cards
a
are
good
coming
clip
back.
up.
We know that these cards are coming back, and the thing is that even though we talk about grading so much and often at times cards get nines, like modern cards are still printed a lot better than what WotC cards were being printed, like except with the exception of XY Evolutions and Burning Shadows.
Mm,
These cards, like tens and nines, are almost indistinguishable to the point where it's
yeah.
like if you get a 9 back for a modern card and you personally believe that it's a 10, is it even worth cracking out of just to send back, just to spend all that money just to regrade, just to potentially get a 10? Because like it happens with vintage cards all the time. People see 9s all the time and it's like, oh, this is a perfect card, I'm gonna go ahead and crack it out and send it back to PSA or Beckett and get a 10. Boom, there you go. It happens all the time, but you don't see recracking of modern cards.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it also depends on like what's your end goal when it comes to that. Like, why are you
Mm.
recracking it? Like, if it's in your personal, and you truly believe it's a 10. Is it something that you want? You hate the number 9 itself and looking at it? Are you trying to sell it or resell it? I mean, there's just a lot of factors when it comes to that. But that's a good point, man. With modern being that way, it's also a lot harder to pull when we compare prices. Because my main question, right,
Mm.
was like, how can a card like a Espeon VMAX or something like it be like $100+ or Umbreon? It's like $200 for Umbreon VMAX all art. Be equivalent to something 10 years ago, like a secret rare 10 years ago. I think that Pikachu from Black and White, the secret rare Pikachu, it was like it's like $100, I think, from Black and White, I believe, the first set. That's crazy. You can buy it's the same amount, a same price as something modern. So like, where is that value justified?
So is are you asking whether, so like for me, I think the, like if we're talking about the Pikachu itself, I'm not sure what set you're talking about in particular because it's not coming up to the top of my head, but I would say
I
that's
think it's
significantly
literally Black and
undervalued.
White, like the first Black and White set.
Okay, but and then we look at modern cards, are they overvalued? So like
I
that's
don't
where,
know. That's what I'm saying. Is it because it's like harder to pull? Because like sometimes there's not that many rares in certain sets. If you go back to WotC, which I don't think you should ever really compare, but
but
with
everyone's
being
going to
like you get
compare.
20 different types of rainbow rares, you also have alternate arts, which encompasses the secret rare aspect to it. So not only do you like get an opportunity at that one hit, but it also has like all the other arts with it. So I don't know, man. I'm asking you.
It's I don't know. For me, it's like it's tough. It's tough because like when I look at modern, I think like the one thing that makes me shy away from it is the fact that it's still in production. And if it's not in production anymore, and it's like within the past 4 years, if it's not in production, my biggest concern is collectors stonking product. And so what I mean by that is that ever since 2016, the vast majority of collectors out there have
Mm,
wisened up. Everyone's aunt and uncle has stonked product. They have kept products sealed. There is no incentive to open up these products if everyone actually believes that if you keep this product sealed, it's going to go up in value by default. But I don't personally
yeah.
believe that's going to be the case. I don't think that's true. Not
Really?
every product that you keep sealed is always going to go up in value. That's not how things work. I just don't think that's
Interesting.
how it works. I really do believe that there is a junk whack. I mean, it's not a good word to use, and I don't mean this in the most negative way, but I really do believe we're in the junk wax era. When I say junk wax, I mean by sealed product, and when I mean by junk slab era, I mean that. Like it's not like 2019 where you can send any card you want to PSA or Beckett or CGC, even though CGC wasn't grading cards at the time, to get graded and then resell. You can literally flip every single card you graded at that time. Now you can't do that. You have to be a bit smart about it. You know,
Mm.
one thing that other new
Oh, just to cut
TCGs.
you off real quick, it is the Black and White, like Black and White base.
Okay.
There's a secret rare Pikachu. All right,
Okay.
continue.
So like one thing that other new TCGs, and I mean I don't like MetaZoo, but one thing that MetaZoo has is that they're incentivizing the aspect of being able to open product. There is
Mm,
that secret rare that can be available in any kind of product. That's called the old scratch or whatever, or the red ink.
mm.
I don't
Yeah,
know what's
old scratch.
what, but like they're incentivizing it. Or like Weiss, the incentive for opening Weiss is being able to pull that SP. It entices you to be able to pull it. Or like now Weiss also has numbered like serial cards too. So like there's an incentive to be able to open it. It's not like Pokemon where if you keep every product sealed, you're gonna be a winner. I just don't think that's how life works. Like not everyone is going to win
Mm,
just by
yeah.
holding sealed product.
Guys, smash the like. All right. Um, I don't know. Like even at the smallest margins, you don't think holding on to products even for 3 to 5 years? Like, are you speaking in terms of like a quick investment? Or are you talking about like a long term goal?
I think both, right? Because like
Really
we're
interesting.
we're I mean, if let's be realistic,
Hmm.
right? Like if we're talking about Pokemon as a whole, let's talk about it right now. There's not as much interest in Pokemon as there used to be. We can say that without a
Hmm.
doubt. Like there are cards right now that are selling for what they were before COVID,
Yeah, yeah.
but before March 2021. I mean March 2020.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's cards that are selling before that. Like you bought your BGS 9 Gold Star Rayquaza for the price of what it was way before COVID. Honestly,
I wouldn't say way, but I would say around that time. Yeah.
well, yeah, but I'm just saying like
I don't know.
that's
I would have to disagree, man. I think if you hold on to a boot, like I definitely not giving
yeah.
investment advice.
It's
But I
not.
think like
This
the
right here is just
booster
a
box I
discussion.
have back there, that's a legendary treasure booster box that I bought. Like I think if I held it for a couple more years, it's gonna be worth even more than what it is now. It's like
It's
basic.
Legendary Treasures black and white.
Yeah.
Yeah, see for
Or okay,
me.
let me use something more common, like the cosmic eclipse that I have back
Okay,
there.
yeah, that's a better
Yeah, I
example.
think it's like in 2 or 3 years, it's gonna be worth a lot more, or even the Lost Thunder or the team up. Like I have it for my PC. I'm not having it because I'm like I want to make millions and millions. This is gonna
Yo,
be 10
absolutely.
years.
I mean,
Like,
we're
but
just
I
talking
think,
about the investment aspect of it, the
but
quote
isn't that
unquote
almost
flipping aspect of
right
it.
for everything in Pokemon almost? Whether it be, I don't think it's a good investment. I don't think holding on to a box for like 2 or 3 years and making like $100 off the box is is something you should like bet your life on. But I think the long term hold it works. Like that recipe and that strategy works. So I don't know, especially in Pokemon.
I think if you're getting a considerable amount in volume, like a stupid amount in volume, I like, and I don't think it's I think it like for me, I think it's okay to hold on to sets pre 2012. I think
Operate.
ever
That's what
since
I'm talking about. A tap log. That's what I meant. Holding 3 to 5 years is a L because of opportunity cost. So if that's your angle, like I can understand that part. Because
yeah,
I
but
would
how
never
long?
hold on to a box thinking like, yeah, all that money that I could have used. But
Yeah, to
unless you
different
have the
opportunities.
capital, unless you're like Rudy Alpha Investments, then you're like, he had. I think I also watched his other video. He was like, I've got like 2 million worth of like, or no, like 12 cases of battle styles, a whole pallet of Chilling Rain. And he's like, this reminds me of Roaring Skies back in 2017 or whatever. And I'm like, jeez, only if we all had a capital hold on to a palette of battle styles, you
You
know?
know, like this is no hate to Rudy. I just don't watch his content because I'm not trying to be influenced by his investment decisions. Because like he can literally say something, and the next thing I know, I hear 50 different people saying, "Oh yeah, Rudy said it was a great investment, so I'm investing into it now." And I'm like, Come on, man! Like just make your own decisions." You know,
Yeah.
I
No,
think I think
I think he's entertaining. I like Rudy.
my
I
my
like Rudy.
I think my best piece of investing, I think the way I invest is I'm gonna buy this because regardless of whether or not it goes down to zero, I'm gonna still hold on to it. The cherry on top for me is the value aspect. If the value goes up because I bought into something that I think is not only cool but super duper rare, then great,
Yeah.
fantastic. You know, I bought vintage toys, and I wasn't. I mean, I felt like the value was going to go up because that market was in the development side of it, and it used to be relatively huge before the Instagram days when it was still vastly
Well,
shown
can you
on.
get things straight with like two things that people like have misconceptions on, and it's price and like value. So so price like market is actually the price. The value which you think that card will be in 2, 3, or 5 is your value for that card. So like when you talk about something like this value right here, this may be whatever it's not. It's Yizzy's pack. This is like $5 for y'all. But for me, it could be like $7, right?
Mhm.
So when people think of value, that's like how much like your personal investment, your personal emotional tie to that personal item or pack or whatever Pokemon thing we're talking about.
Mhm. What's
So
it worth to someone? What is it worth to you? Yeah.
yeah, it's
I
completely
mean,
different. Yeah.
I might buy a card, and that card is super niche, and I buy it for $400. And we could either say it like in a sentimental way. This card in my head is I bought it for a steal. I could have bought it for like it could be worth way more. But the investment side of me is like, oh, $400. I see an opportunity there where the vast majority of the community doesn't understand or know what this card is. The population reports say this and that. This card has been around for 20 years or 24 years or 23 years. It's not well known. Let me go ahead and get it graded. If it grades relatively well, fantastic. You're creating a future market by showcasing that. Um, and you're not telling people that's a great investment. You're showing that, hey, this card is rare, and that's it.
Yeah.
And I think like for the most part, Pokemon collectors, they're very sentimental. So if they see something really cool and they enjoy it, if I think something's really awesome, then there's going to be someone out there that thinks that thing is also just as much awesome, or if not more awesome.
Yeah. No, 100%.
I just think that
So
I just think it's like a losing game if you're holding on to just overprinted modern product. I think it's just a losing game in my honest opinion. Like if everyone is doing it, who actually wins then? Not everyone could be a winner.
I like the incentive, like Pokemon doing incentives to make us open packs.
Yeah.
Like, what if celebrations? And this is just a theory. What if celebrations had like 1 of 100 Charizards, but it had a first edition stamp on it? That would be so fire.
Then
I
people would
love
go
that.
nuts to open it.
Yeah, it would open everything. People wouldn't save it. Or
No.
like if they wasn't for Shining, what is something that people held on to a lot? Champions Pass? Shining Fates?
What do you mean?
Hidden
Like the cards?
Fates. Bro, there's a lot of people that held on to Hidden Fates, dude.
Because it's a fun
Oh,
set.
God.
It's a fun
Yeah.
set. That's the reason why
Fun
people held on to it. Because it's like, it's not even the fact that it's going to be worth something. It's like, hey, maybe I'll hold this on to the future. If I have
And
kids,
open it.
like let's say you're young, female or male, you want to have kids in the future, you have kids. It's like, hey, I want to be able to share this joy with my kids.
Mm.
That's a simple reason. People want to keep it for that. I had fun with the set. I want to be able to share this experience with my kids. And Yizzy's, guys, it's right on schedule. Yizzy's Discord just died. This guy.
Hey, it used to be
your thing just died, my guy.
so it used
Now
to
you're
be an hour. I mean, it used to be 30 minutes, now it's an hour. So I'm pretty impressed. I'm not gonna lie. It used to die every 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So something happened. Shining Legends? Oof.
That's a good one. And the reason why I say it's a good one is because like that Lugia, man. And I don't know if I'm saying it's good because I have a bias towards it because there's a Lugia in there. But like,
you can't pull the Lugia though.
Yeah, you had to buy it out of an ultra premium collection box? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the one you wouldn't sell me. Yeah.
Yeah, I sold it to someone else. Who did I sell it to?
Like he
I sold it to
literally would
someone.
not sell it to me. Like I don't know why.
sold it to
You're like,
someone.
no, like I don't want to sell it to you. I'm like, why not?
You were lowballing me. You're a hustler, bro.
You got it for free, dude.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Well, technically,
I think
I
I
didn't
offered
get
like
it for free.
280 and he ended up selling it for like 320.
I sold it for 400.
No, okay, I offered like 350 then. It wasn't that much lower. It was like $20 to $50 lower.
This guy.
I can probably fix that for you. Do I just need to reset it, King? I think so. Hidden Fates had me start the Hidden Fates to me was the start of the craze. I thought it was XY Evolution. No, it was Hidden Fates. Yeah, you're right. I have Hidden Fates and Shining Legends as an option play. Sell later for open fun. If I'm old and rich. Yeah. Shining Legends. That would be mine. Hidden Fates, Shining Legends, and XY Evolution. As a matter of fact, you see that base set box up there that I cracked on when I did a break on?
Yeah.
Filled with
Stop
XY
hitting
Evolution.
your pen on the table.
Filled with XY Evolution.
This guy's gonna reseal it. You might as well shave your hair. Call yourself Collectibles Guru.
Why we gotta say his name, dude?
Hey, it's a meme at this point. Hey, you remember that time when Jake Collectibles Guru commented on our comment section on YouTube?
Oh
on
yeah.
Your page. That's how you know That's how you know you made it. That's how you know you made it.
That's how I no.
Yeah, when you make.
Remember that time you threatened to fight Leonhardt?
Yeah, I saw that on TikTok.
That was crazy, dude. Like he made a TikTok about. I'm like, man, the cojones on this guy, man.
Those were the days, man. Those were the days.
Those were the days.
Technically speaking, he's not wrong. He said 30K by Christmas. He didn't say which Christmas. You know what's a joke that I keep saying every single time? Like I tell you this all the time, but I've mentioned on the podcast.
Oh,
When
here we go,
Collectibles
guys.
Guru was in the community, that's when Pokemon was popping. It was banging, and then when he left, it just died.
I know, dude. He needs. So he does. Question this. Oh, our next podcast, should collectible gurus be back in the
Oh God,
community?
let's get Guru on the podcast. How about that?
Yeah, we just have everybody fighting each other at this point. Everybody's fighting each other in the community. Like, why not? We just focus our energy on one person now. Like, he needs to come back.
Dude, he united the Pokemon community in
He
our hate towards him.
united the He raised the market of the community soul-handedly and united it at the same time.
That's what it is. That's what it
Yeah.
is. You're
We
right.
need a new collectibles guru.
We need.
Let's
a new...
ask Ken Lee.
No, what is Kenley's a nice guy.
Yeah, but he could do it. He has like the amount of like items and slabs, and
But
he could do
genuinely
it 10
likes
times.
Pokemon.
Yeah, that's true.
You have to
It's
bring someone
impossible
who
because
hates it.
everybody knows, like, he's been to all these conventions and everybody likes Kinley, so it's not like he could just do that.
We need Fat Nick as a guest. Yeah, we do. Yizzy doesn't know who Fat Nick is, but Fat Nick, he came into the community. I think 2019. I spoke to him pretty extensively. I was pumped. He followed me. Not many people know that Fat Nick has his own Pokemon account. Yizzy, for just to let your boomer self know, when we met Craig Zen at Collecticon, Fat Nick's friends with him. So like Fat Nick also knew XXX Tentacion, RIP Jaw. But yeah, it was huge Pokemon fan. That was pretty cool.
Oh.
And he was always threatening Collectibles Guru, which I thought was super entertaining.
Oh gosh.
I was like, this guy.
We still have like a lot of people that we said we were gonna have on that we haven't had on. So
yeah, so we do want to have Jeremy Padower still on the podcast. We just haven't gotten the chance to actually ask him. We haven't really created this sort of
it'd be okay.
topic.
We talked about it. We just want to.
I think today's topic would have been very exceptional for him because he dabbles in a multitude of different collectibles. Like with it, whether it's sports or yeah, Fat Nick Apuya, yeah. Whether it's sports, whether it's
we want to cater not like the conversation based off our guests, but our conversation where guests would add value to.
Yeah.
But I think this is what people actually want to know, Shiv. First of all, I hope y'all are smashing a like, and I appreciate it if y'all do. But how's your dating life, Shiv? We haven't talked about that in a while.
Oh man, we're talking about dating life. You just reminded me to expose you. Ooh.
I'm trying to have a good conversation, gentleman-like, and you're over talking about exposing me.
Yes, he ain't no gentleman though. He's down bad, guys. Everyone in the chat type down bad. Ooh.
What are you talking about, dude?
You know what I'm talking about. You down bad, my guy.
No, I'm a civil person, and
yeah.
Everybody keep not liking it. That's fine. All right, if we get to 20,
this guy's simping for likes now.
You can't expose me unless we get to 25 likes.
Please, sir, can you give me a like? That's you. It's Christmas. It's my beggar kid asking for likes because it's Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Are you trying to help the channel out or no? Ooh, down bad. Nope, yeah. Not 25 likes, just like how we did last time.
Dude, Yizzy is 100% down bad. This guy, he's a player. He might not see me. He's like, oh yeah, I'm Yizzy. I'm the nice guy, but he's a player. You want to tell me what you told me today? Or should I just let it expose you?
Told me today. Can you give me a hint?
Looks like another person in the Pokemon community. That should
they do. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but like, why are you going on a date with them? And will there be a second date?
I ain't going on a date. I'm just hanging out with people, all right?
No, that's not what you said.
I'm from Alabama, all right?
That is not what you said. I'm from
Alabama. I mean...
so sweet home Alabama.
Owes me a gold doggo. I owe you a gold doggo? Oh, back when I was doing breaks on my channel. I don't know if we want to get on that because like I don't think they're here, but they definitely do follow me. So like,
Watch me clip it up and put it up on social media.
uh, you ain't tagging me in it.
I know how to clip stuff now.
Ooh, where is it? It's supposed to be on by Friday. Or last
Hey,
Friday. I don't see
don't
it. It ain't
tempt me
even here
because
yet.
don't
It's at
tempt me because right
Thursday.
now
You was 6 days late, bro.
we
6
said we were gonna
days.
post it up on Friday, and then we decided to post it up every other day, so it's scheduled for
We,
Thursday.
you, because it wasn't ready.
It was
Uh-huh.
ready. All you had to do was click upload.
This how you distract Shiv 101.
Nah, no, okay, yeah.
You
But this
gotta admit,
guy,
I've distracted you like he had like 3 opportunities to expose me on every podcast, and I just know like which buttons to press where he just starts rambling about crap that he shouldn't even be rambling
yes,
about.
but the last time you did it, 2 people that you actually know came into the chat and just worked out conveniently, man. You were
But those
looking at
weren't
the
the 2
camera.
people we were talking about.
That's then, but you were looking at the camera. You're like, no, don't do it. You're like, no. But I'm like,
Do it with your little Smeagol voice.
my Smeagol
Your
voice.
beggar's voice. Do it with your beggar.
Oh please, sir, can you give me a like?
No, do it with what you just said, but with that voice.
Oh, bro, guys, we all don't know about the whole chicks thing because it's a mystery. Like, schools, we got ourselves a mystery.
I want to laugh at your joke, but it's not funny.
Bro, that impersonation was on point. My Shaggy impersonation,
No.
chef's kiss. But guys, this guy, Yizzy's like, Yizzy's a
Oh no,
very,
no. The
very
only wait for views to drop more. We're at 10 right now. We need it to drop to like 5, where it's just like our mods.
no.
And
But anyways, Yizzy, this guy he's like, Shiv, I need a nice Christian girl, and he's 100% about that. This girl he meets, she bad. She looks like someone in the Pokemon community. I'm not gonna say who. Who. But Yizzy, if you come at me sideways, bro, I'm gonna say it. But anyways,
bro, I'm not scared, dude. What do you mean?
oh, okay. So basically, the chick looks like Poke Trainer Jess. Okay, this girl is on Twitch. Yizzy's like, man, this girl's gorgeous. And I'm like, bro, this looks like exactly like Poke Trainer Jess, just with shorter hair. But anyways, this chick, Yizzy's like, yeah, we don't have the same values, but I'm going out on a date with her, but I'm gonna friend zone her. I'm like, bro, what's the point of going out on a date then? This
I
man's
did not
down
say
bad.
that, dude. I did
Yes, you
not
did.
say that.
Yes, you did. That's basically
Bro,
what
he's
you
making
said.
up lies. I did not say that. Why you gotta say it like that? I
I
thought it
see
would
no
be
caps in
funny.
here, my guy.
Now you're just making up lies, dude.
I see no caps in here, my guy. I see no one. I see no
Oh,
caps.
you gotta end this podcast now. We gotta clip up that last part.
No, you take it out.
This hasn't even come into fruition. I don't even know if I'm going.
He is. He
Like, I don't
100%
even
is. Yizzy is down bad. He's gonna do it.
No, what he's talking about, guys.
This guy has like multiple dates. Like, this guy is down bad. You want to know why he's not going to Tampa? Because he has multiple dates. That's why.
What?
Down bad, man.
I'm just hanging out with people, getting to know people. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you can do that in Tampa too, my guy.
Hey, look at Shiv clapping hard. I'm proud of Shiv, all the stuff I like gave to him. I like how you skewed the narrative. It's really nice. But sheesh, chat. Can we get a sheesh in the chat? And I was like, sheesh, John Manapish.
I don't know what you're talking about, but
Bro,
this guy,
man.
he is down
Hey,
bad.
if they do comp the hotels, I'm inclined to come.
They're
do
not,
comp the
dude. They're.
I know. All right, I'm not bad, dude. It's okay. I wanted to meet new people. All right.
Yeah.
I wanted to
So
meet
do
new
I.
people. I don't have to go on. It doesn't have to be official. I don't know why you threw the friend zone thing in there because that was uncalled for, right? Very disrespectful. I don't like how you said it. I don't like how you
Fun
put true
fact,
to your
guys.
voice.
Yizzy's
I'm proud of
friend
you in
zone.
the sense that like I've done it to you in the past, and I mixed up the words a little bit and made you look a little bit bad. But you definitely made me look really bad in there. So I hope
Fun
this doesn't
fact.
go into the wrong hands.
Fun fact, guys. Yizzy's also friend zone another girl, and it was very recent as well.
Man, why do you guys say it like that? Because she's actually a really good person.
Yeah, but why is that a lie? Did that not happen? I'm not saying she's terrible. She's a total sweetheart, and you friend zoned her. You're terrible.
Why'd you say it like that? Your demeanor changes so much. I can't with you, dude. I can't with you, dude. No,
Yizzy's
yeah,
just
she's
down bad,
great.
guys. Yeah, Yizzy's just down
No,
bad. He's a
it's one of
heartbreaker.
those. All right, Chad. Let's be real right now. 11 you. All right. When you know, you know. Okay. And so like when you know, you know. And I mean in
Bruh,
all
you
senses.
knew,
When
you
you
know,
know
you
they're gonna
know,
be like cool friends, you know they're gonna be cool friends. When you
bruh,
know they're the
you
one,
haven't
you
even
know.
got on a date with this chick yet, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna friend zone this chick after I'm done
I
going on this
never
date.
said that. I said, okay, this is what I said. Let's straighten it up because if you clip this, you're gonna clip this part in. I said I could really see myself being really good friends with her if it didn't work out. And you see how he like manipulated it? I'm going to friend zone her. Me.
Cause you did.
That's what I said. All right.
Well, you will. I mean, the last one you definitely did. Yizzy's breaking hearts. And by the way, when I was doing this, you know that meme of that guy where he's just doing this and there's different question marks popping up? Yeah, that's me right now. Bruh, this guy is down bad. This man,
I'm down
Yizzy is
good.
Yizzy is the IRL version of Johnny Bravo. Down
Bro,
bad.
stop.
Down
Not even
bad.
close.
Down bad.
You know, half of these people I've talked to in real life, and they can back me up right now. Tap Lag, Fat Man, Claire, Kang. Well, I've never seen Kang in real life. Help me out here. Lucario, Matt.
Yizzy's true colors came
Just
out today,
wait.
guys.
Once I become like get 3 stripes on my belt, I'm gonna be like, shit. Let me show you a couple of moves, bro.
This man down bad. He says, hey, I'm gonna go out on this date with this girl that he hasn't even gone out with. Hasn't even probably spoken like more than like, I don't know, more than 5 days.
This weekend.
5 days. Yeah, this weekend. And he's like, yeah,
I
I'm a
know,
friend
and you're like ruining it before like it even happens.
I haven't done anything. I haven't said anything to her.
You're over here making narratives that ain't even true.
100% true.
So disappointing. Ramsey, thank you, Ramsey. You gotta forget some of these people in here are my friend. I stand by Yizzy. Bro, if we ever have a team Yizzy versus team Shiv, it's over for you, Shiv.
It doesn't matter. I know you know, and I know what's true. I don't care what anyone says. I know what you say. I talk to you 5 times a day.
You call me 5 times a day.
Yeah.
You don't talk to me 5 times. Well, today was an exception, but
bro, she's in the chat right now.
What are you talking about? Ramsey says she's watching. But there's no one watching. What do you mean? I did post it on my story.
Dude, you didn't link it up like you did last time though.
I did. It's linked up.
No, but like this, I think it wasn't last week, but it was a week before. There was 2 chicks in here that Yizzy knows, and I was about to expose him so hard. He was like,
no, one lives in my
like
town, and she's a Pokemon collector, and I was like, she's cool. I would hang out with her. And the other,
how did you meet her?
The other is married, dude.
Okay, yeah, but how did you meet the first one?
She followed me and I followed back, and we were talking.
No. What before that? Where'd you guys meet?
Nowhere.
There was no dating app?
No, I didn't meet her at a dating app. She followed me.
Oh, dang. Someone goes down in the DMs.
Boy. No, and I check like how did she find me? And our mutual friend was Donnie.
Kangarang said it. He did panic flicker. If you guys know Yizzy, he does this thing when he gets super duper nervous, or he's like, no, don't do it. He says this. He does that.
You can check my recent followings.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Just tap. If you're following someone, just tap on. It literally shows who you're following chronologically.
Really?
Yeah. Instagram's a very dangerous thing, my friend.
I didn't know that.
So be warned.
I gotta kind of look real quick.
Yizzy's like, fuck. I am so screwed right now.
Did Yizzy simp this week?
Dude, you've been simping a lot lately. I'm not gonna lie.
No, there's no way. I followed Imposter Gary Oak like from the beginning. David Lee from the beginning, Abigail, Irish Yankee, Pokechamp, Justin, Shivam. So it's not in chronological order.
That's through what you're seeing right now, through your following. I'm talking about what people see when they look at your following. When they go onto your page, they tap on followers, they see that.
So you just followed Polish Rob, Hitmontan, and Berg? No. That's you.
Maybe.
Man, y'all capping.
Maybe I unfollowed you.
The OnlyFans scanning. Oh, it's only OnlyFans? Oh, Tap Lab be on the OnlyFans. Okay, Tap Lab. So
Dude,
no, okay, back to your dating life. You talking to anybody, Chef?
I'm not, dude. I am not a simp right now. I've just been hitting the gym trying to get that bag,
You
boy.
ain't gotta be a simp to talk to people.
I'm a simp,
I didn't
but I'm
say
not simping on anyone.
who you dating, who you like getting down and dirty with. No, I asked who you're talking to, who
No
you
one,
trying to be friends with. You know,
no one. I'm chilling, man. I'm having fun.
fun. Okay, I don't know what fun playing Fortnite.
Fun making that
All I'm
money,
gonna
baby.
say,
Shout out to Bobby Shmurda.
Bobby Smurda. Who's that? All right, I'm gonna end here. Anyways, guys, thank
Guys, so
you
this
for
is actually a
watching
funny story.
time.
So
We
when
appreciate everybody that comes through. Follow our lives. Talk about what we do, where we go.
look at this
The
guy, look at this
Collecticon
guy
just put
trying to
out their
close
full
out.
list of tour dates. We're gonna be at all of them. I'm pretty sure. I'm almost positive, like 99.9% sure we're gonna be a part of all of them. So I
We
do
are.
appreciate
We're
everyone
penciled
that
in. We're penciled in.
through. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'm not gonna let Shiv talk because I don't want him to get any words out because he's just going. It's gonna just last another 30 minutes. He's just gonna roast me. But as you know, every end of the podcast we close out in one way, and I'll do it real quick. And if y'all want to do with it, we can. But it's sips up like this. You want pinkies out, deuces. And then we're out and we salute, right? So that's what we're going to do. Are you ready, Shiv? Are we going to close out or who?
So fun
Sis up.
fact, just like how Yizzy said, he doesn't know Bobby Shmurda. When we were at Collecticon and we were in
Sis up.
VIP, we were literally in
Deuces.
VIP.
And we're
Okay,
out. Woo, Shoozy.
we were literally in VIP, right? And so in that VIP room, you have Baby Yoda, you have the Black Power Ranger, and you have the second Black Power Ranger, the one that's also the voice actor for Ichigo Kurosaki, and then you had the Red Power Ranger in there. We're having a full-blown conversation with them. We're talking about stuff. We get done with eating, and then we're headed out. We're going back to, I think we're going back to our booth. And this guy, Yizzy, he literally looks at me, and he says, "Who were those people?" And I'm like, bruh,
Man,
this guy doesn't
shut
know what's going on.
your ugly.
Yeah, see, like, this guy, he's so scared to be part of this. It's so funny. But anyways, I was like this the entire time. I was like, you did not just say that. And then it was the same thing for Craig Zen. He's like, who is that? And then Yizzy just takes a picture with us, and he's like, I don't know who this guy is. I'm like, bro, you really are a boomer. Yeah, Johnny Young Bosch. That's who it is. That's right. Johnny Bosch. That's exactly who it is. The GOAT. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and sign off. Yizzy, how do we sign off?
Sips up, deuces, we're out.
All right, on three, we're going to say it. Sips up, deuces, and we're out. See you later, guys. We'll see you on the next side. See you on the flip side. Peace.
See you on the next side. See you on the flip side.
Always kiss the homies.
Yeah. You're so cool,
Always,
Chef.
always kiss the homies, man.
I got things to do, man. I'm hungry.
We're done.
You know what I was thinking? What happened to that guy that was dropping racks in the start of CollectCon? Gone. Missed a opportunity. And I was like, sheesh.
All right, guys. See you later in the next one.